The movie begins in the year 2145. Humanity's ambition stirs up trouble again. When the Weyland-Yutani Corporation activates the research ship Moore 9000, a team of scientists discovers the body of a xenomorph, an alien they thought was long dead. But xenomorphs are full of surprises, and even their dead bodies can form a protective shell, keeping their deadly potential intact. Eager for knowledge, the team begins cloning and experimenting on the alien, setting the stage for disaster. Meanwhile, in a nearby mining colony, a young woman named Rain is starting her day after a tough work shift. She's planning to visit the public office to apply for travel documents. Her younger brother Andy, who is actually an android, tags along. Andy has a sweet, calm personality and often tries to cheer her up. On the way, Andy mentions that their landlord is asking for rent, but they don't have the money to pay. At the office, Rain is hit with bad news. Even though she's completed her required work hours, a new law now forces workers to serve an extra 5 to 6 years before they can leave the colony. Frustrated, she turns back to Andy only to find him being attacked by some teenagers. The reason? Andy is an android, and in this colony, robots are treated like second-class citizens. Rain fights off the bullies and checks Andy's systems, making sure he's okay. Their day takes a surprising turn when Rain's ex-boyfriend, Tyler, calls. Rain and Andy visit Tyler's house, where they meet his cousin Bjorn, Bjorn's girlfriend Navarro, and Tyler's sister Kay. Tyler explains that the mining colony is becoming too dangerous to live in because of toxic gases and terrible conditions. Their only hope is to escape to Iaga, a peaceful farming colony. But there's a problem. They need cryogenic chambers for the long journey, and they don't have any. Tyler suggests a daring plan. They'll sneak onto the abandoned ship Romulus to steal cryogenic capsules. Bjorn insists they use Andy to hack the ship's systems, but Rain is hesitant to put Andy in danger. Eventually, she agrees, and the group prepares for the mission. Once aboard the Romulus, they find the ship eerily empty, with no signs of life. Gravity is unstable, and the cryogenics room is damaged. As they search for supplies to power the chambers, they stumble upon disturbing sights, like melted androids and hints of the ship's dark past. Tensions rise when Bjorn mocks Andy, and it's revealed that Bjorn's hatred for androids comes from a personal tragedy. As the group continues, Kay reveals a secret to Rain. She's pregnant and doesn't want Tyler to know. She doubts he's ready to be a father and fears it might ruin their escape plans. While searching for the cryogenics room, the group finds something horrifying. 36 alien facehuggers breaking free from their containment. The creatures trap the group in the room, and chaos erupts. Rain and Navarro rush to help, but Rain finds an inactive android nearby. As she approaches, the android suddenly activates and warns her to be cautious before shutting down again. Back in the cryogenics room, Andy reboots just in time to save Tyler from a facehugger. The group manages to escape, but some creatures follow them, and Navarro gets infected. Desperate to save her, they reactivate the android they found, which introduces itself as Brooke. Brooke coldly informs them that there's no saving Navarro. The alien inside her will soon kill her, and they must end her life before that happens. Andy reluctantly agrees with Brooke, believing it's the only way to keep Rain safe. But the rest of the group refuses to give up. They attempt a dangerous operation to burn and remove the alien from Navarro's body. The procedure works, but Brooke warns there's still a high chance she's been impregnated. As the group debates their next steps, Brooke speaks privately with Andy. It tells him that machines like them are built to make hard decisions. Sometimes, sacrificing one life is the only way to save many. This conversation leaves Andy questioning his purpose. He realizes he's no longer the simple, innocent robot he used to be. As Andy suggests eliminating Navarro to protect the group, Rain steps in, begging him to stop and questioning if Brooke's memories are influencing his behavior. In a desperate move, Rain tries to remove Brooke's memory from Andy, but Andy shocks everyone by refusing. Bjorn, seeing Andy's change in behavior, panics and electrocutes Andy to disable him. Seizing the chance, Bjorn runs back to the main ship, leaving Andy behind. When Andy reboots, guilt floods his programming. He apologizes to Rain and chases after the group, determined to make things right. But as he gets close, Bjorn escapes further, warning Kay that Andy has gone rogue and is now a danger to them all. Meanwhile, Navarro, who had been infected by the facehugger, feels sharp pains in her chest. Using a flashlight, she examines herself and realizes the xenomorph inside her has fully grown. In a horrifying moment, the alien violently bursts out of her, killing her instantly. Kay, frozen in fear, screams as chaos unfolds. Bjorn, panicked, hits his head and is knocked unconscious. The alien uses the confusion to flee and begin growing stronger in its environment. At the same time, the ship crashes into the Romulus station, creating a new, even more dangerous situation. To stop the xenomorph and rescue Kay, Rain, Tyler, and Andy head into the dark, maze-like corridors of the station. However, they don't realize that other facehuggers are still alive, hiding in the nearby rooms. The group comes up with a risky plan: increase the room's temperature to slow the facehuggers and sneak through silently without making any noise. They ask Brooke if the plan might work. Brooke, with its cold, logical reasoning, agrees it's possible but warns them of the high risk. Back on the escape ship, Kay and Bjorn find Navarro's lifeless body. Exploring another room, they stumble upon the alien in a cocoon-like state, preparing to evolve further. Bjorn, determined to kill it, attacks the creature with an electric weapon. But during a moment of distraction, the alien strikes back, impaling Bjorn and fatally injuring him. Its acidic blood spills onto Bjorn, burning through his body and causing a deadly explosion. The alien, now fully developed, escapes its cocoon. Kay, terrified, tries to call Tyler for help using a communicator. As Tyler, Rain, and Andy crept through the dimly lit room, the faint sound of the communicator suddenly echoed, breaking the tense silence. The facehuggers, alerted by the noise, turned toward the group and began chasing them. Tyler quickly shouted for Kay to find the security door's key and escape. But in her panic, Kay slipped and fell, hitting her head hard on the floor. As Kay stirred and began to regain consciousness, the alien struck, piercing her with its sharp tail before she could escape. Tyler screamed in rage and heartbreak, cursing Andy for standing by and doing nothing. Andy, unaffected by Tyler's words, insisted they needed to keep moving if they wanted to survive. The group eventually reached the ship's main laboratory. Brooke, the cold and logical android, connected to the ship's computers and began revealing secrets from the past. Years ago, the scientists aboard the Romulus discovered a xenomorph and became fascinated by its unique abilities. It didn't need food or rest and was built to kill anything in its path. The scientists were particularly intrigued by its acidic blood, hoping it could unlock the secret to creating stronger, more advanced humans. A video from the archives showed a scientist injecting a dead rat with a serum made from xenomorph blood. To their amazement, the rat came back to life and acted normally, at first. But over time, it mutated uncontrollably and died in agony. Meanwhile, Tyler discovered a plasma gun in the lab and showed Rain how to use it. The weapon was powerful and could fire automatically, making it their best hope for surviving the xenomorphs. As they explored further, the group stumbled upon the alien's nest. It was a horrifying sight. Human corpses were being used to grow more xenomorphs. Realizing how dangerous the situation had become, they decided to retreat and find another way out. But as they prepared to leave, Tyler heard a faint cry. It was Kay. Desperate, he ran off to search for her. Tyler begged Andy to heal Kay, and Andy suggested using a drug to speed up her recovery. However, Rain warned it might be dangerous and suggested returning to the ship to place Kay in a cryogenic chamber instead. The group pressed on, but to their horror, they discovered there wasn't just one alien anymore. There were over 20. The xenomorphs swarmed them, and one attacked Rain. Tyler heroically threw himself between Rain and the creature, taking the fatal blow. The alien dragged him away, and with his last breath, Tyler called the xenomorphs monsters. Moments later, it killed him, destroying his face with its sharp tongue. More aliens appeared, and one captured Andy. Rain, torn between saving him and protecting Kay, made the heartbreaking decision to leave Andy behind. She carried Kay back to the ship and placed her in the cryogenic chamber, ensuring her safety. Before sealing the chamber, Rain handed Kay the alien samples, hoping they might help someday. Determined to rescue Andy, Rain returned to the ship. She managed to reboot him, but Andy hesitated, fearing she would erase his memories. Andy reluctantly allowed her to remove the corrupted data, reverting him to his original programming. As they tried to escape, Brooke intercepted them. The android coldly declared that their efforts were futile. Brooke insisted that Kay's survival and the alien samples were the only things that mattered, dismissing Rain and Andy as expendable. Rain refused to give up. Together, they managed to kill several xenomorphs, but their victory came at a cost. Rain ran out of ammunition, and the acidic blood from the aliens made their surroundings even more dangerous. With gravity disabled, they rushed to the elevator, knowing the ship was headed for disaster. Meanwhile, Kay woke up in her cryogenic pod. Brooke congratulated her survival and suggested she inject herself with the alien serum to heal her injuries. As Rain and Andy ascended in the elevator, an alien attacked Rain. She fought back, but gravity suddenly returned, causing her to lose her weapon. The alien captured her, intending to take her to its hive for infection. When they finally returned to the ship, Brooke greeted them with sarcastic relief. The android informed them that Weyland-Yutani scientists were on their way to study the samples and the survivors. Rain, however, was defiant. She declared they wouldn't cooperate and planned to escape instead. The Romulus ship soon collided with a meteor field, leading to its destruction. Rain survived the crash, but she noticed something terrifying. Kay's abdomen had swollen as though she were 9 months pregnant. The alien serum had caused the fetus to grow rapidly into a horrifying hybrid of human and xenomorph. Kay, in unbearable pain, went into labor. The hybrid burst forth, its appearance a grotesque mix of human and alien. Horrified, Kay rejected it. The hybrid, enraged by her rejection, killed her. Andy tried to stop the creature, but was also killed in the process. Devastated, Rain knew she had to stop the hybrid. Using the ship's freezing system, Rain lured the hybrid into the cargo area and ejected it into the void of space. Watching the creature disappear, she whispered for him to die. Soon enough, Rain repaired the ship and set her sights on Iaga. Before entering cryostasis, she preserved Andy's memory, promising to bring him back one day. With hope still alive in her heart, she vowed to keep going, no matter what challenges lay ahead. And with that, the movie ends. We hope you enjoyed our recap. Like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing recaps. See you in the next one.